Po naman tayo mula sa Palasyo ng Malacanang. Naroon po ang ating kasamang si Elena Luna upang bigyan po tayo ng ilang mga mahalagang balita. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Elena.
Magandang hapon, Haji. Nagkaroon ng mahabang meeting si Pangulong Aquino kagabi kasama ang ilang cabinet officials para talakayin ang sitwasyon at kung paano tutulungan ang mga biktima ng bagyong Yolanda. Ayon kay PCOO Secretary Herminio Coloma Jr., ipinagpaliban ang regular na meeting ng NEDA o National Economic Development Authority para pagtuunan ng pansin ng mga cabinet officials ang pagkilos para sa mga biktima ng bagyo. Kanina sa press briefing ni Secretary Coloma, inilatag niya ang 5 prioridad ng gobyerno.
Pusong nagpapasalamat ang ating pamahalaan sa pandaigdigang komunidad sa patuloy na pagdaloy ng mga donasyon at suporta ng mga pamahalaan at pribadong organisasyon. Tuloy-tuloy at walang humpay ang pagkilos ng lahat ng puwersa at ahensya ng pamahalaan sa lahat ng larangan upang tumugon sa pangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Ang mga prioridad ng ating pamahalaan ay ang mga sumusunod. Una, ang agarang paghatid ng pagkain, tubig, gamot at tulong medikal. Pangalawa, pagbibigay ng pansamantalang panuluyan o shelter para sa mga nawalan ng tahanan. Pangatlo, pagbabalik ng kuryente at linya ng komunikasyon. Pang-apat, panunumbalik ng transportasyong panglupa, pandagat at panghimpapawid. At panglima, pagbabalik ng mga pangunahing serbisyo publiko na pinagtutulungan ng pambansa at lokal na pamahalaan doon sa mga lugar ng kalamidad na kung saan ang mga empleyado ng gobyerno ay biktima rin ng kalamidad. Nauunawaan natin ang pag-aalala sa kalagayan ng mga nasalanta ng kalamidad na hanggang ngayon ay di pa natutunton ang kanilang mga kamag-anak. 24 oras po ang operasyon ng pambansang network ng PTB4, Telebisyon ng Bayan at Radyo ng Bayan, 738 kHz para tanggapin ang mga panawagan ng mga mamamayan sa hindi pa makontak ng mga kamag-anak at upang tumugon sa mga mahalagang pangailangan. Maaari rin pong gamitin ang mga Facebook, Twitter at iba pang social media accounts ng PTB4, Gov@Work at Philippine Information Agency o PIA. Nagtayo na rin ang pamahalaan ng mga assistance desk sa NDRRMC sa Camp Aguinaldo at sa lugar mismo ng kalamidad sa Tacloban, Moklete, Borongan, Eastern Samar at Catarman, Northern Samar. Ito ay pinapangasiwaan ng NDRRMC sa pagkikipagtulungan ng PIA at Philippine National Red Cross. May mga roving teams ang PIA at Red Cross sa mga lugar na ito upang mangalap ng impormasyon mula sa mga nakaligtas tulad ng pangalan at larawan ng mga hinahanap upang maihatid sa kanilang mga kamag-anak sa labas ng lugar. Patuloy pong tumatanggap ng tulong ang pamahalaan mula sa mga civic organizations at iba pang private organizations. Para sa agarang paghahatid ng tulong na ito sa mga lugar ng kalamidad, makipag-ugnayan po sa NDRRMC Camp Aguinaldo at sa DSWD sa kanilang National Relief Operations Center sa Pasay City.
Kasamang humarap sa press briefing kanina ni Secretary Coloma si Cabinet Secretary Jose Rene Almendras. Ayon kay Secretary Almendras, bumuo sila ng isang master plan sa meeting na ipinatawag ni Pangulong Aquino kagabi. Bahagi ng master plan na ito ang pagkakaroon ng Special Processing Center sa Cebu para sa international aid. Yung mga dayuhan na pupunta sa Pilipinas ay dito na direktang dadaan para mabilisan ang kanilang magiging operasyon sa mga lugar na apektado ng bagyo.
To help alleviate the challenges of bringing goods and people into the Philippines, we also decided na as much as possible, all incoming international flights will not be encouraged into the Metro Manila airports. Bakit po, di ba? Congested na rin po yung Ninoy Aquino International Airport. So ayaw natin dagdagan yung problema na yun, especially because these are very large planes. I think we had 2 747s that landed in Cebu yesterday. I think we have a Starlifter coming in either tonight or tomorrow morning from Israel. So if kung papayagan natin na maglanding to sa Manila, lalo lang hong mako-congest. So what we've decided on is we are going to set up a special processing center in Cebu. So the Bureau of Immigration will have a team there to process all the immigration requirements. For example, there is an offer from the Israeli government to send a 200-man contingent So we need to make sure that we process all those people as fast as we can. Kaya naman po na paghihintayin pa natin sila. Now, so in Cebu will be a team from the Bureau of Immigration. I talked to Commissioner Mizon already about that. Now, if these people are going to be bringing medicines, then we also need to make sure that the Bureau, the Food and Drug Administration is appropriately represented. Hindi naman po natin i-inspection, and it's really just for record keeping and processing. So that will happen very quickly. And if they're coming in with doctors and with nurses or other professionals, again, we will have to process them through the Philippine Professional Regulation Commission. So para ho hindi na sila magtagal pa, meron ho tayong sineset up na one-stop shop dun sa Cebu para ma-process lahat, para mapabilis po yung number 1, pasok ng goods nila, number 2, pasok ng equipment and ng mga tao nila.
Sa press briefing din kanina, Haji, ay tumugon si Secretary Almendras sa katanungan sa usapin ng pagdating ng mga relief goods sa mga biktima. Ayon kaya Secretary Almendras, direktiba ni Pangulong Aquino na mas bilisan pa ang repacking ng mga relief goods para sa mga biktima.
Places which are very remote, which we need to know of so that we can reach them. Now, as far as the municipios, the towns are concerned and all that, that is already happening. So if it were for who is in a population center or in a main center of a town, that would already be happening now. Baka kulang, yes, we are going to accelerate, which is actually the next topic I was going to explain, how and what we are going to do to accelerate the relief goods production. Please understand, sir, there has never been anything at the magnitude of what we are trying to do now. Not in size, not in volume, not in even the breadth of it. The logistics alone, we discussed over 2.5 hours last night talking about how to move goods, where to move goods, how many trucks you need, even from packing center to shipping center. It's not a small amount that of work that needs to be done. So admittedly, we are at a certain level today. We have a dream. It's not a dream. We have a target to accelerate significantly, which is what the President's instruction was last night. And over the next few days, we have a very challenging task assigned to some of us who are part of the discussions on how to increase po the output of repacking po. You know, there are many other organizations that are helping, and we're very generous. I mean, their generosity we truly appreciate. But when they pass it to government, okay, hindi po sana po it's as simple as just repacking the goods. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is getting it from that repacking center into a truck, a container, or what have you that will bring it to the destination. Problem number 3 is when it gets to the destination, how do you distribute it effectively? So, may division of labor po kami doon. So, SecDinky is working on the distribution there as far as the immediate area of Samar and Leyte is concerned. We are working here with the rest of her team to work on packing. DTI is helping in the procurement, NFA is providing, so on and so forth. It's literally a very, very big production line that needs to work together po.
Ayon kaya Secretary Almendras, bahagi ng pinag-usapan nilang master plan ang pagbubukas ng mga bagong centers para sa gagawing repacking ng mga relief goods ng DSWD. Magiging bahagi ng mga bagong centers na ito ang mga empleyado ng gobyerno, hindi lamang sa Metro Manila kundi pati na rin sa ibang bahagi ng bansa.
Remember challenge number 1, which is repacking of goods. So accelerate repacking of goods, and we're going to be opening new centers. DSWD is already working on it. They're identifying space where it can happen, warehouses where we can store it, because that's also another area. You repack, but if you cannot ship it right away, you need a place to store. Otherwise, so we're very happy that some of the schools and universities have stepped up. DSWD has signed up an agreement with one of the universities, and there are 4 other universities that are also offering. So we will have repacking in those universities. We are also stepping up repacking in the major cities throughout the country. Okay, so there are places like Cagayan de Oro, places like Davao are all stepping up. DSWD will be expanding their centers there, their supply centers there to be able to pack additional goods so that they can contribute. Now, the plan is, that's why the discussions were so long, is because we had to iron out. So if Davao is going to produce this much, Cagayan de Oro is going to produce this much, how are we going to move all of those relief goods into Tacloban? So that again, the President appointed Secretary Junabaya as the SAR on how to move things. He's the transport guru now. So air, land, and sea is at his disposal to make sure we move the goods just as fast as we can pack them po.
At yan ang ating balita mula dito sa Malacanang. Sa tulong ng RTVM, ako si Elena Luna para sa Telebisyon ng Bayan.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Elena Luna, nag-uulat ng live mula sa Palasyo ng Malacanang.